Hello, my name is Jacob Larian, and today I'll be talking about my animation video. First, I will list the devices and explain each one in turn. Then I will explain the famous pioneers in animation. Doing this will clarify anything about what the pioneer invented, so you will not be confused once I talked about it. Also, I will play videos of each device so you know in turn what they do, what they look like, and how you use it, because not everyone is an auditory learner. On we go to devices. First up, Magic Lantern. It was one of the first devices ever made to project images. The Magic Lantern is an early predecessor of the modern day projector. It consisted of a translucent oil painting, a simple lens, and a candle or lamp, or an oil lamp. In a darkened room, the image will appear projected onto an adjacent flat surface. It was invented in 1420 by Goviani de Fontana, and it is a device. And here's the video.
Well, my animation timeline bit was the Magic Lantern. Although it wasn't actually ever defined who originally invented it, it's rumoured that a man called Thomas Wolgensten, I think that's how you say it, created it in 1660 to create sort of ghost shows, and he projected them on walls around the room, about 4 cameras, well not cameras, projectors, to create moving images that actually made people think they were actually ghosts, which was quite cool.
Yeah, she's kinda wrong, but she's talking about the people who used it after he invented it, so she's probably doing that.
That's him. He was Danish and he was a mathematician. In 1663, a London optician, John Reeves, began making basic lanterns for sale to larger companies, and they used them as moving images for backdrops and the base of sort of theatres. In 1668, an English scientist, Robert Hooke, published an article which described the workings and sort of technical aspects of the projector, and it was published into a sort of public article, or it wasn't a newspaper then, but it was an article booklet, and that launched it into the public eye. And that was called the Stern Lantern. Between 1880 and 1891, Joseph Boggs Beale created and screened the Victorian Christmas.
I'm just gonna skip that part because she just keeps talking and talking. She just goes on to the other ones, which I do not want her to do. Okay, next is the thaumatrope. The thaumatrope is a little cutout disc that has a picture on both sides, which goes together when you spin it very fast with 2 strings on both sides. The image is too fast for the eye to see individually, so it just perceives only the whole image. This was created in 1824 by Sir John Herschel, and it was a device. And here is the video. I just want to spare you from that. Okay, next is the phanastoscope. It is a disc with a series of images drawn by a radius spaced around the center of the disc. You spin the disc in a clockwise manner, making the images move up or down, depending on how you drew the picture to the way it moves. It was made in 1831 by Belgian Joseph Plateau and Austrian Simon von Staffer, and it was a device. And now we're going to look at the little video we have in store for us. See you in a second. Next off is the zoostrope. The zoostrope, it has the same concept as the phenakistoscope, whatever, but it was facing upwards and had vertical walls that went up, which had slits in it so you can see the wheel produce an image. This was invented in 1834 by William George Horner, and it was a device.
Right, we have the zoetrope and some horse riding this time. So this is the cartoon inside, the zoetrope, an optical animation toy, Victorian toy. Particularly nice looking one, this one. It would look just nice sitting on the side. So let's take it for a spin.
As you can see the horse is ready. And she's going to spin it the other way too, so you can see
it's like the horse is galloping.
Too.
Now I spun this anti-clockwise, so I wonder what it would look like if we spun it clockwise. So, as you can see, that's what it looks like in between the slits. So let's turn it clockwise now. Yeah, it looks a lot better, doesn't it? The horse looks like it's going faster. So there's definitely a right or wrong way to spin it. But yeah.
It's kind of cute. Okay. Next off is the kineograph. Basically, we know as commonly as a flip book, which we probably know about modern times, which you draw images after image on a notebook with a lot of pages. Then you flip the pages very fast to create a fast image, casting an illusion of it moving. It was invented in 1868 by John Barnes Linnet, and it was a device and technically a technique since it provided inspiration for making the stop motion technique, which you will see later on. Next up is the kinetoscope. It was one of the first early motion picture exhibition devices. It was a series of pictures inside of this big cubicle. Then you crank a wheel that turns the machine inside, which circulates a picture you watch through people, like the man's doing right there in the both two pictures. And yeah, would you circulate a picture you watch through people? And this was invented in 1889 by Thomas Edison, which is a famous guy, and it was a device. And here's a recording of what happened. It's going to show you what he saw inside too.